And then they completely faked the habeas corpus hearing. They never had the documents or anything. Then he filed a petition with the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeal to review the conduct of the United States Court in Los Angeles. So then Alex Kuczynski issued a fake, unsigned order that the case did not amount to the level that justifies the extreme measure of mandamus. I mean, it's just, to me, sometimes I wake up in the morning, I can't believe this is 2009 in the United States.
2010. But it's Judge Kaczynski is the one that's on the appellate court case?
Yeah.
That's
They did not sign it. They issued a fake order. I'm trying to explain it again. The United States court first did a fake habeas corpus hearing without the documents, without nothing, and denied it in a fake order again. And then Richard Fine filed a petition for emergency review with the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeal regarding the conduct of the United States Court. So Alex Kuczynski said it did not amount to the level that requires intervention. When I'm saying, on the other hand, they like to split hair to appear like they really are watching the civil rights of the people by publishing this whole discussion about exigency turning into non-exigency while the judge is writing all kind of bullshit. They're just completely out of whack. Okay, and the parallel, there's thousands of people that are imprisoned falsely, and it's documented in government reports for over 10 years.
So if somebody complains so somebody makes a judicial complaint, they go to jail.
If you are attorney, okay, I filed a complaint against 10 judges that they were racketeering. So they just did on me what they did on Richard Fine. They faked the case. I mean, when I say fake the case, I'm talking about very specific issues that I have documentation for how they fake a case.
Have you been arrested, and have you been in, and they put you in prison?
No, because I'm not an attorney.
Yep.
The punishment of arrest is for attorneys who file complaints. For regular people, that's why it's kind of funny. In mid-October, they hospitalized the second attorney, and these are not like young kids, these are people in the 60s, the other one is 70 now. So in mid-October, though, they arrested the second attorney, 65-year-old, who filed complaints against corruption of the judges here. His family called me that he's asking me to help him from jail. I mean, I'm not an attorney. He's an experienced attorney, but the situation is that they know, these attorneys, that they cannot get help from any other attorney, honest help. Because the other attorney, if they will help them, they will end up in jail as well. It's a situation where Richard Fine will never, ever take an attorney. You understand? He's an attorney himself, but he will never agree to be represented because the attorney who would represent him would be under pressure.
I hear what you're saying. I'm going to digest what you've said. Can I call you maybe around, 9 o'clock or so around your time tomorrow?
Sure. If I'm home and up, I'm answering the phone. But try to read a little bit and try to. It's a huge story because now we just dealt with the human rights part of it. But then there's the issue of the financial crisis. The FBI says that we are the epicenter of the epidemic that bred the current financial crisis. And it's all based on complete corruption and abuse of the law here in Los Angeles County. And FBI knows about it for at least 10 years, 15 years. And I have all the documentation, like correspondence between me and...
I have...
yeah.
The signal's not so... Phone, I don't have that good a connection.
One last aspect that I don't think that you figured out, that I'm talking in all of these cases, in the banks, in the prisons, in the courts, about the computer systems as being at the very center of this. Because that's what I'm talking about, faking. Because it's not that they just make false, the wrong decision, biased decision, whatever. They fake it. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, let's say you have a driver's license, but you didn't have the right one. You went to somebody, and they make you a fake driver's license. They run fake litigation through the computer. So they feel that they did nothing wrong because it was not real litigation. It was fake.
Fake information.
They hold fake prisoners in prison because they put fake in. It's a computer system that allows them, like Richard Fine, 2 newspapers and dozens of people were present. He was arrested in downtown L.A. In the computer system, they wrote that he was arrested in San Pedro in municipal court that does not exist.
So
But it's okay because the municipal court of San Pedro, according to the policy of the sheriff, has to keep the legal papers to justify the arrest. But the municipal court of San Pedro does not exist. So it's very convenient, you understand.
yes.
So the sheriff is holding him in prison, and the papers are in the municipal court of San Pedro, which does not exist.
It's just like mind-boggling. I'm just listening to it. I'm kind of getting upset, and I know things are bad, but I didn't realize that they were that bad.
But we are things are bad across the United States, but we are the epicenter of the epidemic, according to FBI reports from 2004. It's because, and part of the reason why I'm saying it is because in Los Angeles County, we were probably the first to install fraudulent computer systems in the courts. And I myself, my background is not in computer science. My background is in science, in molecular biology. But I used to live in Connecticut, actually. But as a kid, I guess I was gifted or whatever. They sent me to high-level computer science classes. In the last few years, I realized that I can crack computers very easily, large computers. You show me Xbox, Nintendo, I don't know anything about it. But you show me 200-page printout from a banking institution, I love it. So I managed to crack a lot of computers, and it's mind-boggling the level of deceit.
The level of deceit in the core computers.
It's not because of computers. The first computer, for example, that I cracked, I call it crack, that I could document the fraud in was, I think, around 2003 or 4. My son was in high school, and I filed a complaint with the California Department of Education about destruction of pupil education record in the high school and dishonest manipulation of teachers' credentials, like to say, this is a teacher, this is not a teacher, this is a psychologist, this is an administrator. It's a important computer, and they were taking the data.
And this was in California?
Yeah.
Okay.
It took them, I didn't think much about it. I just filed a complaint. It took them about a year and a half, 2 investigations. Finally, after a year and a half, they sent me a short letter to me and the superintendent of the school. School district is out of compliance and in violation of the law. And within a month, the 5 top officials left. After that, I cracked one company that was traded in the stock market. After that, in 2007, January, I filed a 100-page report with FBI about fraud, large-scale fraud by Countrywide on the government. That was before newspaper wrote about it. Basically, I'm saying that lying to the American people about the nature of the current crisis. It's criminal. It's the biggest fraud in the history of mankind. And they're pretending like it was some kind of fluctuation of market conditions or whatever. It was criminal, all criminal. People stole hundreds of billions of dollars.
So your life could be in danger if you're pushing this.
Oh, I got several death threats. My first explicit death threats was in March 2007 from Countrywide.
Through Countrywide.
They said if I will talk to certain people again, they'll come down to LA and gun me down.
Countrywide, a bank?
Pardon?
You said Countrywide. Is that a bank?
Yeah. I'm talking about banking. Banking is my specialty. I'm online with the SEC chairman, with deputy controller of the currency, Basel Committee of International Banking. Banking and human rights are the center of my interest.
All right.
And we in Los Angeles are the epicenter of the epidemic.
Okay, I'm going to do some research on your documents, learn more, and then so I'm up to speed. Where were you from in Connecticut, or where did you live in Connecticut?
I was born in Israel, but I came to the United States in 1983 on a scholarship and a stipend to the University of Connecticut. I got them 2 offers, one from Yale and one from the University of Connecticut, but Yale did not pay well at all. So I went to the University of Connecticut, and I was pretty happy there. Then I was recruited to come to California, but I got my graduate education at the University of Connecticut Health Center in Farmington, and they paid me real good money to be a student. But the catch was I had to agree to become a professor for a certain number of years, which I did.
So when did you go from Connecticut to California?